Expect when you continue the rest of the Bambi storyline is your fond friend Feline. I'm sure Bambi will be prancing around full of joy seeing his dearest of dear friends make their way into the kingdom. Following Feline into the kingdom is protector of the forest and father to Bambi, the great prince of the forest. Without a shadow of doubt, I am sure he'll protect the kingdom the same way he'd protect the forest, so I'm feeling even safer in the kingdom than I already did before. Not only do we have these wonderful characters from Disney's Bambi to welcome, he'd protect the forest, so I'm feeling even safer in the kingdom than I already did before. Not only do we have these wonderful characters from Disney's Bambi to welcome, but we also have characters to welcome from both Disney's Winnie the Pooh and Disney's Mulan that will be available in the Season 4 Pass. The first character you can look forward to welcoming is the Emperor when you progress through the Kingdom Pass. Trust me when I say you definitely don't want to miss your opportunity to bring his knowledge and expertise to your kingdom. Not only will you get the opportunity to welcome the Emperor to your kingdom this season, but you'll also get the chance to welcome the hardworking, tunnel-building Gopher to your kingdom from the Season's Pass. On top of being able to welcome Gopher from the Season's Pass, you'll also get the chance to pick up his mining hat costume as the final grand award from the Kingdom Pass. You're gonna want to take on that hardworking Gopher's work habits and grind through all those pastures and collect all the happiness you can so you don't miss out on this one. And that wraps up all the characters we can expect to see in Update 69 and Season 4, but we've still got a ton of content to cover, so let's go take a look at the attractions, concessions, and decorations you can expect to see this season. First on up in our line of buildings, we have the Tung Shao Toboggans attraction to give your park visitors their next thrilling ride of a lifetime. We may be wrapping up winter now, but when you've got mountains this high in the air, there's always snow readily available for a session of tobogganing fun. So what about new concessions available for this season? I'm glad you asked, Kingdomers. Let's get straight into our first concession we have to show you today. If you thought helmets were cool, wait until you see the Plume Soldier helmet stand. With this concession, all of your park visitors can sport these oh-so-fashionable headpieces. It's a ton of fun running all around the kingdom from attraction to attraction, but sometimes you just need a little break. Sit back, relax, or take a calm stroll through your park, sipping on soul-soothing tea from the herbal tea stand. Next up, we have the Marching Drum Stand. With this concession in your park, you can expect a lot more music being played in your park by your visitors. Or noise, depending on their musical skills. Let's hope they've been polishing up on their band skills. Now that we've gone over all the different concessions, let's take a look at those decorations. You know that honey is sweet, but do you know what's even sweeter? The stacked honey pot sign decoration making its way to the kingdom this season. Now this is a perfect touch to your park if you're a Winnie the Pooh or honey enthusiast. Now whether you're looking to protect some crops or prepare your park for fall, the Scarecrow Pumpkin Patch will be a decoration you'll definitely want to scoop up this season. And who said scarecrows have to be scary? This one's absolutely adorable. Last but not least, you really can't spell festivities without fireworks, which is why the Imperial Fireworks Watchtower would be the perfect touch to your park. Now that wraps up everything for the new content you can expect over the course of Update 69 and the Season 4 Seasons Pass. Make sure to grind out those Season Pass tiers and collect as much happiness as you possibly can so you don't miss out on any potential rewards. You can start grinding out the Seasons Pass on April 13th, and Season 4 will conclude on July 11th. Don't worry if you end up missing out on some stuff in the Kingdom Pass this season though, because all content eventually finds its way back into the game at one point or another in the future, so stay tuned, Kingdomers. Alright, it's time to jump on over to the event overview. It is that time once again, Kingdomers. Maleficent has put up a tower, and it is time for us to bring it back down. Let's start and get the basics out of the way first. The tower event will start on April 13th and will be 3 chapters long as usual. Chapter 1 will start on April 13th, Chapter 2 will start on April 18th, Chapter 3 will start on April 23rd, and the event will fully conclude on April 28th. In this tower event, the rewards you can get hyped up for seeing in the shop will be featuring Disney and Pixar's Luca. So if you happen to be missing any characters from your Luca collection, now is the time to save up your Maleficent coins and go on a shopping spree. Now that we've got those basic details out of the way, let's discuss what the tower event actually is and how you can successfully clear all of its content. The time to save up your Maleficent coins. In this tower event, the rewards you can get hyped up for seeing in the shop will be featuring Disney and Pixar's Luca. So if you happen to be missing any characters from your Luca collection, now is the time to save up your Maleficent coins and go on a shopping spree. Now that we've got those basic details out of the way, let's discuss what the tower event actually is and how you can successfully clear all of its content. Your main goal in this tower event is to send a carefully curated team of characters out to challenge the tower in, you guessed it, tower challenges. For sending out teams to challenge the tower, you'll be granted points that contribute to your total chapter milestone goal, and you'll also get some of that sweet tower event currency to spend in the shop as well. Your points and tower event currency total will all depend on the team you put together. You'll get the most points and coins if your team consists of a featured character, as well as the characters from the favorite collections. The higher level your characters are, the more points you'll receive. It's also important to note that you'll also get extra points for each tower challenge slot depending on how many of the favorite collection characters you own. You'll also get a bit of a boost to your points if you take on the tower challenge with a full team. The featured character will change from chapter to chapter. In this event, for Chapter 1, the featured character is Hey Hey from Disney's Moana. For Chapter 2, the featured character is Flounder from Disney's The Little Mermaid. And for Chapter 3, the featured character is Dash from Disney Pixar's The Incredibles. Now, unlike the featured character, your favorite collection will change on every single tower challenge run. For example, if you send out a team that uses characters from the Toy Story favorite collection, on your next run, the favorite collection will change, giving your Toy Story characters some well-deserved time to rest. Now, although these characters will be resting after their tower challenges, you can give them the immediate pick-me-up they need by giving them refresh tokens. Lucky for you and your characters, there are several different ways you can get your hands on these refresh tokens, and one of these ways is explorations. Explorations are separate activities that you can send your characters on to explore the tower. You'll be able to see how many explorations your characters are currently on, and you can have up to 2 explorations at a time. However, if you just so happen to have the Kingdom Pass, you'll be able to have up to 3 running at the same time. If you're lucky, your explorations will grant you a bonus chest upon completion. Sometimes, an exploration will trigger a trap, which will spawn a number of Tier 2 tappers in your park. When you land on a trap, you will need to clear these Tier 2 tappers before you can start any new explorations. So, you're going to want to clear them pretty fast. Remember, this doesn't affect any explorations that you already have in progress, and it doesn't affect any of the other tower challenge related activities, such as attraction refreshes or sending teams to the tower. If you have another exploration running, then it also will not affect the timer for that activity. It will still count down as normal, and you'll be able to collect it once it's finished. Traps aren't all bad at the end of the day though, because for clearing a Tier 2 tapper, you'll get some event currency from it, which you can spend in the tower shop. And one last reminder, when you complete a whole row or column of explorations, you'll be able to claim the final refresh token at the end. Happy exploring, Kingdomers! Another way you can get some extra refresh tokens is through attraction refreshes. Here, you'll be able to select an attraction to generate a refresh token automatically. Once you select an attraction, the countdown timer will start. The chance of a token being generated increases the higher the enchantment level of the attraction is, so make sure you choose your attractions strategically. You can also increase your chances of getting more refresh tokens by unlocking an additional attraction slot by owning the Kingdom Pass. If you want to change the attraction you want in a certain slot, feel free to do so. Just keep in mind that when you swap attractions, it will reset the countdown timer. If you choose to skip the timer, either with gems or a time skip token, you'll receive a pop-up that will let you know whether or not you received a refresh token as a result. If you ever want to keep track of how well you're doing the event, whether it's against your fellow Kingdomers or with your overall progress, you can take a look at the Progress tab, where you can select either leaderboards to see where you rank, or you can select milestones to see your milestone progression. After collecting a bunch of tower event currency, you're gonna need somewhere to spend it all. And that's why we've got the event shop stocked and prepped with all the Luca content you may have previously missed, along with many other useful items. You'll see that one of the rewards available in the bonus shop this time around is Mickey's Walt Disney World 50th anniversary costume. This will be one of your last chances to get this costume, so make sure to save your Maleficent coins if you still need to add this one to your costume collection. And to finish it all off, if you need a bit more guidance on what to do during the event, you can take a look at the Help tab at the bottom. If you run into any problems with the game or with the event itself, help is on the way. Or at least it is when you click on the customer care button at the top. That's been another edition of the Disney Magic Kingdoms event walkthrough series. Remember, you'll be able to download the update on April 11th and get ready for the start of Season 4 and the Tower event, which will both start on April 13th. Now then, if I may, I'd like to conclude the event walkthrough by coming forth and saying it's been an absolute joy to be with you all today. There's a couple hints hidden throughout the walkthrough. Were you able to spot any? Let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, Kingdomers, and have a